Hello, folks, and we have some exciting news for you. XRP has some exciting news from their developers, and some say it might pump the XRP price to $20. But I obviously think that's exaggerating massively. But it is interesting that they're finally depending on developments of the XRPL and not taking over the banking industry, because I think the devs have known for a long time that's not going to happen, so they're going to depend on other things to pump the price of the coin. And there's interesting new developments, and it's a super bullish proposal on the XRPL. So it's going to be the lending protocol. Lending is obviously a really, really big part of DeFi capabilities. It emphasizes flexibility and reusability. I think it's going to be a little bit hard without smart contracts, but still, it would allow users to tokenize assets and earn interest by depositing tokens in the lending pool. So I guess you would get some assets, you tokenize them, deposit those assets as liquidity, and earn interest that way. The XRPL native lending protocol comprises several key specifications, including XLS64D, XLS65D, and XLS66D. XLS64D enables the association of single pseudo account with multiple ledger entries, facilitating the tracking of balances and issuance of tokens. XLS65D introduces a new pool ledger entry representing a single tokenized asset pool, simplifying interaction with minimal ledger entries. Finally, XLS66D introduces the actual lending protocol, leveraging XLS65D for managing liquidity provider assets and enabling peer-to-peer borrowing and lending. So they are really expanding its DeFi because I think they've realized that without expanding their DeFi, they're really not going anywhere. As David Schwartz has said, like their ODL adoption has basically kind of flopped, and I definitely think they're pivoting towards other methods. So following an amendment on April 11th, over 820,000 XRP tokens were initially committed to liquidity pools. 820,000 XRP tokens, roughly about $410,000. Not a huge amount, but I expect that to grow in the days to come. XRPL has been pushing towards tokenization, and I suspect this is just a continuation over that. However, the latest data reveals a substantial increase with over 1.8 million XRP tokens currently locked in the liquidity pools. Basically, in a couple of days, they've got about $1 million locked in liquidity pools. That's still very little compared to others. I think they have the potential to lock hundreds of millions, but it depends how much XRPL holders are willing to lock. So David Schwartz says, very excited to see XRP Ledger native lending protocol proposal up for review and feedback. If passed, this could bring new utility to the XRPL, and they are really looking for new utility to the XRPL because they need more utility to actually bring the coin's price up. Right now, riding on hype and taking over the banking system, after 6 years, people really aren't believing that anymore, and they need to look for another narrative. Very excited to see XRP Ledger native lending protocol proposal up for review and feedback. If passed, this could bring new utility to the XRPL. Together with a native DEX, this lending protocol forms a critical pillar in enabling more accessible, efficient, and transparent financial services. They've also recently debuted a stablecoin to try to use with the AMM. So essentially, some people are asking, David, from your perspective, what are the legal implications of such a mechanism being L1? If lending comes to the XRPL, why does it scare companies off of using XRPL at all for fear of participating in an unregulated lending product? I don't personally think so, because those companies are not using the unregulated lending product. They are using other parts of the XRPL. People are saying, I suspect many companies won't be willing to use the lending feature for this reason, possibly with the exception of loans managed by people in their jurisdictions and limit holders to those passing KYC. I don't think it will merely exist as an L1 feature will drive anyone away. Yes, you can have a feature on the protocol, but people don't actually have to use it. And I don't really think there's going to be that many these companies actually using the XRPL anyways, because they're all on RippleNet, but they're not really using XRPL for ODL. And this really won't affect ODL anyways. This is obviously a very, very big attempt to expand the XRP ecosystem into lending. They're trying to build more protocols, more useful protocols on the XRPL, trying to match the development on other L1s. Will it succeed or not? I'm not really sure, but it's better than sitting around twiddling your thumbs and waiting for the adoption from the banking sector, because that most likely isn't coming. So $20, probably a big over exaggeration, but still, it could actually help XRP have some kind of a breakout and start catching up to the other ecosystems that are out there, because most everyone already has lending, borrowing, and all this other stuff that goes on in their ecosystems. It's XRPL, people might feel a little bit left out, but now they can catch up and maybe get some of those gains back. So it's good to see lending on it. Of course, I want to see what kind of TVL is actually on this. Right now, 1.8 million XRP is $900,000 in TVL, which obviously that has to grow day by day. And I'm not really sure how that compares to the growth of other protocols when they first launch. I don't think it's as big as the ones like Solana and stuff when they first launch, but it's probably bigger than some of the smaller TVLs. So we'll have to see how this ecosystem grows to see if like XRPL can actually achieve that kind of value. TON, Telegram coin, is making a big move. That could possibly eventually, surpass Solana in terms of market cap, because the demand for meme coins, the demand for ecosystem is still there. TON is making a big push in that direction. They're actually offering incentives, they're offering rewards for developers of these tokens. BNB is kind of doing the same thing, offering up to $1 million, obviously, for meme coins that get enough volume. TON is doing something like that, and obviously, like, there have been a lot of meme coins appearing on TON lately. When Solana had problems, the meme coin guys went from Solana to Base, and they're probably trying to suck some of them to TON. So if TON can actually take over part of that market cap, they could eventually catch up to Solana, especially if Solana keeps on having more issues. Solana's at $60 billion market cap, TON is $21 billion. So that's 3x right there without Solana going up. So that potential is definitely there, because let's be honest, Base we can't really gauge because they don't have a coin. But it has been the coins that these meme coins and DeFi protocols have gone onto that have really taken the leap. Those that grow really big grow off the fame or infamy of how meme coins have done on their system. A lot of people don't like it, but it is what it is right now. And you can't really deny the appeal this has right now to people. So TON coin, definitely worth taking a look at just because of that. I mean, any chain that's focusing on making price go up right now during this bull run might be a better short-term investment than projects that are trying to sell you liquidity for the long term, because those price gains may not be able to be realized this bull run. Whereas TON coin, there's a good chance it could go up and you'll have a chance to sell during this bull run. So you want to make money, you got to take that into consideration. If you want to wait for 10 more years for this utility stuff to go through, then yes, keep on with those utility coins and the long-term coins. But I think having some money in the more shorter-term profit coins is definitely a great idea. And I don't really see why you would actually shy from that right now, because Telegram coin, and it's got Telegram supporting it. Yes, there are whales pumping it, but that's true of most other coins. And I do believe that it does definitely have potential to spruce up with these meme coins. And that's not to mention the halving is coming. And I said this before, I definitely think some people have that mental barrier that we shouldn't invest in crypto until after the halving. Because, that's when Bitcoin and cryptos are really going to come up. That's when it's always come up in the previous cycles. So it must be how it works this cycle. I think it's a flawed way of thinking, but that psychological edge, I think, will definitely help Bitcoin and meme coins. A couple of months after the halving, I definitely think you'll see some big increases. And this time, it's not only going to be from Bitcoin for the ETF, although the ETF is going to push it. Altcoins are going to rise up because people are going to think it's that time for altcoin season. It's that time to make 50 or 100x. So that's going to make a lot of people come into the system just by that. So that's what I'm looking at right now for TON. Maybe not your preferred taste, but if you're looking for coins that are trying to make their number go up and using incentives for developers to come over their chain to make that number go up, Telegram coin is definitely one that you want to look at, especially after the halving. So BNB and Telegram coin, obviously two top 10 coins that are doing that. And they might have massive expansions on their ecosystem, both in terms of meme and DeFi, once the market starts going up again, which I definitely believe the market's going to start going up again, if not sooner than in a couple of months. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.